Welcome back, everybody. Hope you're having a great day. Today we're talking about Jacksepticeye. So this actually happened a couple days ago, but I was kind of busy, so I didn't talk about it. But Jack made like a joke on Twitter about the PS5, and people lost their minds, right? It's a very innocent joke, and a pretty common one too. You know the joke where you say like, imagine not doing this, imagine not having that, like, imagine not eating a double-crusted chocolate ice cream or something. I don't know, that was a terrible example. Imagine not having an iPhone 55. What a peasant, right? It's so painfully obvious that any statement like that is like a joke, especially when it's coming from Sean. If you know his personality, he's literally one of the most wholesome creators on the website, and if you know him or watch him in any capacity, you would know that his intention in that tweet was never to hurt anybody or make fun of anyone maliciously. It's ridiculous how, like, sensitive people are on Twitter, but whatever. He tweeted out, imagine not having a PS5, and he's attached, like, that classic laughing meme, and, Twitter was like, why are you insulting poor people? And obviously chaos ensued. Pretty much a lot of people were responding saying, like, oh, you don't care about the fact that we're in a pandemic. We are your fans and we supported you, and now that you're rich, you've lost sight of yourself. You're so rich and privileged. Some people don't have the money or resources to get a PS5, and here you are bragging about it. And just reading all these replies, and a bunch of these have like so many likes. This isn't like a one-off person who's just mad about it on Twitter, but these are like a group of people who are genuinely furious. So after Jack saw all the replies and people just getting really offended by this, he had to make like a second statement saying, so many people actually got mad about this tweet. It's just a joke, guys. I think it's pretty obvious that I would never define people by the material things that they have. Now, I don't know about you, but for me it was like blatantly obvious that was a joke, and even to Jack's friends, like Ethan responded saying, haha, poor, which is like a meme. But I think I don't think this was the best response, because people probably took this as in saying, haha, you're actually poor. So get ready, we're about to go over this absolute cesspool. Not everyone is as fortunate as most to afford one or have one sent to them. Not cool at all, guys. Not cool at all, Jack. I was a longtime fan. In fact, I have your merch. I have your U2s. I kiss your photo goodnight every Tuesday. But this particular tweet about the PS5, this was the final straw. I wanted a PS5 this Christmas, and I couldn't get one. Not because I'm poor. I'm actually really rich and spoiled, but I still couldn't get one because it was like out of stock, In fact, a lot of people couldn't get a PS5 because of scalpers, but you know what? I'm just gonna pretend to be mad on Twitter for a couple of likes. So somebody responded to Ethan's tweet saying, haha, poor with haha, privileged. And the thing is, this is like obviously not a joke, right? Like, you don't respond, this isn't like a sarcastic comment. When you respond to haha, poor with haha, privilege, it's pretty obvious that you're genuinely mad. I feel like people don't even take 2 seconds to like understand the fact that it's a joke or do any background research into what type of person is tweeting this. A guy who has like charity streams so often and raises an insane amount of money and helps a lot of people, especially the people who need it the most. And he's still getting treated like this, dude. It's awful. Imagine flexing on us people who might be struggling with money just because you have a check mark on your name. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, I've made this similar joke many times. I don't have a PS5, right? I don't even want a PS5. In fact, I actually was watching Jack play Spider-Man, so I'm like vicariously, enjoying the experience. So, you maybe just go watch Jack, right? But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, like, I've never made a joke like this. Like, imagine not having this, right? It's pretty, like, it's a standard joke. I thought everybody was aware about it, but apparently not. Like, Twitter is like this completely like sheltered place where nobody actually interacts with the real world, right? Okay, then we have the people who understand that it's a joke, but are still mad because Jack didn't put a tone indicator. This is pretty similar to the Odd Ones Out situation where he made a joke about tone indicators and he got canceled. And even if it's a joke, where's the /J indicator or the /LH or the HJ indicator? I don't even know what this is. Some people need to understand that you weren't trying to be hurtful, Jack. Why would Jack put a tone indicator on a sarcastic tweet? It ruins the point of the joke. Oh my god. If you put a /S in front of every sarcastic tweet, it's no longer funny. Can you imagine in real life, like, before anybody made a joke, they're like, hey guys, this is actually a joke. What I'm about to say is a joke. That would ruin every single joke and it would just no longer be funny. In fact, it would be pretty annoying because it's like, what are you doing? Just tell the joke. And I already had this conversation in the previous video. I'm not trying to be insensitive towards neurodivergent people, but if you want to use it, go ahead. But don't ask Jack to use it when he's just talking to his followers. He's like, if you don't get the joke, just... I mean, it's pretty hard not to get the joke, but if you don't get it, just ignore it. You don't have to, look at the replies and try to ascertain what he's saying from that, right? If people are not mad, and the tweet has 100,000 likes, why would the tweet have so many likes if he's making fun of poor people? You think 100,000 people are just fine with making fun of poor people? Look at this one, 350 likes. Nah, bad take. Even if it's not a joke about the poor, it's a joke from a place of instant accessibility. Haha, I have, you don't. That's at best a joke you do with your friends, not millions of fans that are left without. In either case, poor form. Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce you to the joke police? Somebody who's literally judging the form of a joke. Okay, I get it if it's offensive or it's in bad taste and you're making fun of a deceased relative or something, but this guy literally said, imagine not having a PS5. There's no comparison there. Because of instances like these, I'm kind of scared of having a bigger audience because when you have more people, eventually some of them are just gonna just not get your jokes and just be offended by everything you do. 21 million people, I'm sure 20.99 million of them are absolutely glorious, awesome people, but there's that small percentage who just doesn't get anything and just constantly disliking your videos and just looking for something to be offended about. This guy's actually pathetic. He goes, okay, give me $1,300. That's the price of the PS5 in my country. You think it's funny that I can't afford it? Then pay up. Okay, I gotta say a couple of things. First off, this is just unnecessarily getting offended. Oh, you think it's funny I can't afford it? Then pay up. First off, he's not gonna buy you a PS5. Keep crying. Second off, you're aware that Jack is self-aware, right? He's aware of the fact that he's got a PS5. He's aware of the fact that, I don't know if he was given it for free or something, but he's aware of the fact that it was so easy for him to obtain it. That's the whole point of the joke. Yeah, Jack, mocking poor people or unlucky people is funny, Jack. It definitely isn't a mean-spirited joke, Jack. You know what I respect Jack for? He didn't even delete this tweet. Most people usually just take the L every time and they just don't want to deal with any sort of backlash. And he kept it up because he knows that he meant no harm. He knows that he was just joking. And he knows that no matter what he does, right? Just because of the fact that he has this massive audience of millions of people watching his every move and hyper-analyzing every single thing he does, some people will be out there who will get offended over nothing, right? You can't keep everybody happy. So he just kind of moved on with life, And I really do hope he doesn't feel bad about this because I remember Jack used to say in his videos, right? He wanted everyone in his audience to be happy because he's like a people pleaser, right? If someone was complaining, he wanted them to stop. He wanted to explain to them why he's not like that, and he wanted everybody to love him. But then, as he kept making videos over the years and he became bigger and bigger, he realized that it's impossible. Literally some people are always gonna hate on you, right? And he said, okay, I'm just not gonna care about them anymore. I'll focus on the people who actually have meaningful things to say, and I'll focus on the people who care about me, right? And that's a lesson I've taken from him as well, right? So, yeah. Wow, I expected better of you, Jack. In a year where so many are struggling just to keep a roof over their head or food on the table. Oh, woe is me. That's totally what Jack was talking about. In his tweet, he definitely referenced the pandemic, right? Joke or not, this comes across as simply elitist, mean-spirited, and extremely condescending. How disappointing. He's gonna take his Jack action figure off his countertop and chuck it in the toilet and flush it down the toilet, dude. This is so sad. And obviously, we've got the K-pop people responding. Imagine being a jerk about it. Guys, my family is living off food stamps right now. Why joke like this when many people are struggling to survive? I don't know, maybe lift their day for half a second. That's the objective of jokes, to make people laugh. I know it's not your intention to make people feel bad, but this post didn't exactly make me feel good. Well, 100,000 people did laugh at it and like the tweet, so maybe if you don't like it, just move on with your day instead of getting hung up about small things. And then we got the shadow fans, right? These hidden fans that come out of the woodwork saying they were your number one fan and they loved you all this time, but now that you made this tweet, it changed everything. I remember spending countless hours watching you early on, slowly seeing you change with success. Then once you started the clothing line with Mark, it was obvious to me that you milked to your young fan base for money, impressing them by simply screaming curse words. Good on you, though. I love how people get mad about the fact that Jack is selling merch, but then don't even mention his charity streams or anything good he's ever done. Imagine not having a PS5, as if working at McDonald's in depression wasn't enough for you that you had to rub it in my face. If a simple tweet like Jack's is enough to ruin your day, I have no idea how you survive in the real world, because there's countless number of things that will ruin your day on a regular basis. So I like how people can make these jokes themselves and then cry about YouTubers when they make these jokes too. If it was food or housing, a joke about losing a loved one, or other triggering topics, I'd get that. Me too. That's perfectly fine. Like if he's making a joke about housing in a pandemic, that's bad. But this is literally a PS5, a box of wires. It's a joke. It's kind of funny, like, if you have any problems in life, which everybody has, you somehow, like, automatically lose all sense of human cognitive function, and you just start interpreting everything as just against you. And this only happens if you look at life in, like, a really sad and pathetic perspective, because you control your day, right? Your day is basically how you react to things. Like, that tweet was gonna be there regardless. It was your choice to interpret it in a certain way and get offended about it, even when there was no intention on the author to offend anyone, right? Anyways, I thought this whole thing was dumb, so I wanted to rant about it. I feel like Jack is one of the sweetest people out there. I've been watching him for years, and I highly doubt he wanted to hurt anyone's feelings. That's just what I know about his character, but much less make fun of poor people. That sounds like the opposite of Jack. But anyways, let me know what you guys thought about this. Smash the like button if you did enjoy. Make sure to subscribe if you're new, dude. We're trying to get to 400k. That would be pretty sweet. It would honestly make my year. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.